How we doing, folks? Meteorologist Steve Fundero here. Got the Sunday evening cup of coffee going to wake myself up because we got a lot to talk about moving forward in the forecast. Tidal flooding will be a big issue as we go through our Monday, even into Tuesday, as a coastal area low pressure is setting up. Classic nor'easter, and it will cause flooding due to the high tide cycles coming up over the next 48 hours or so. Out there this evening, the coastal low is moving offshore, that area low pressure, so we're starting to see a few areas of rain showers across Hampton Roads, but nothing too dramatic. The clouds are just hanging low. It's kind of dreary for a Sunday night. Hang in and enjoy it. We may get a little bit more in terms of this rainfall to the north of us as we go into our late night hours tonight, overnight, into early Monday morning. So temperatures holding near 60 degrees. The bigger story, though, is going to be the wind. Look at this wind out of the north-northeast, upwards of 20 miles an hour, gusting to more than that, gusting over 30, 35 miles an hour at times as that area low pressure just parks itself offshore. And the already elevated water levels will then continue to be elevated as this wind out of the north and east just pushes and shoves all of the water into the nooks and crannies of the Chesapeake Bay, the Elizabeth River, York River, James River, all throughout the nooks and crannies, and causes tidal flooding with our high tides. Already seeing the breeze pick up around town, especially across the peninsulas and the eastern shore, with gusts to 30, if not 20 to if not 30 miles an hour around town. So that wind is going to be the driving factor of our tidal flooding. Not the rain, it is the tides that is going to cause the flood because of that wind out of the north and the east. So the Monday morning high tide will be elevated around Portsmouth and Norfolk to the minor moderate levels. We can handle that for Monday morning, but it's Monday afternoon and evening's high tide, which will reach 6.9, potentially 7 feet. That's at that major flood stage, and that's going to cause some bigger issues than our typical spots we see around town. And unfortunately, the breeze will continue throughout Tuesday, even into Wednesday morning's high tide. So these water levels are really going to stay elevated all the way through the low tides as well. Our low tide cycles are going to be in the flooding range, so to speak, in the minor flood range here. So we're going to see some issues on our Monday into Tuesday morning. Look at across Sewell's Point, across Lynn Haven Inlet, Yorktown, James River. This is Monday morning. Monday morning's high tide, we've got minor, moderate. Then across Lynn Haven Inlet, we're at that major flood stage. Yorktown, Jamestown, moderate. Look at Monday evening's high tide. Major flood stage, major flood stage, major flood stage, major flood stage. Look at Tuesday morning. Moderate, major, moderate, major. So issues will continue even into Tuesday evening and even into Wednesday morning's high tide. So in comparison to some more significant tidal flooding events, we're looking at something similar to last January and Sandy, somewhere in this realm where these two systems caused our flood stage to reach about 6.5 feet or so. Now, fortunately for Monday, the one difference between Monday and some of these setups we've got here is the rainfall. We're not going to see as much rain as what we saw on those past systems or even what we saw on Friday. Friday we got soaked, and there was a lot of flooding because of the rain, and there was a lot of flooding due to the tides. But tomorrow's high tides will be higher than Friday, but at least we're not going to see a lot of rain like we did Friday. So the rain we see tomorrow is really just on and off light precipitation, on and off light rain, on and off drizzle, low-hanging clouds, lowered visibility throughout the day, throughout the night into Tuesday. And then Tuesday's kind of a really similar day. This area low pressure is going to sit offshore throughout Monday and Tuesday, causing, again, some issues. We likely don't see the sun until maybe Wednesday afternoon as the breeze finally backs off. Water levels should drop by Thursday and Friday when the sun starts to come back out. We got some dry conditions. There's going to be another front that drops in Friday into Saturday. No precipitation likely, but a cool blast of air comes in. Next weekend setting up looks fantastic. Definitely something we need after we slowly dry out this week. After a bit of a dreary day coming up, a bit of a dreary 2 days coming up for Monday and Tuesday. Again, you can find more information on the tides down below in the weather blog, of course, on wavy.com. This video here over on YouTube and on our website, and of course, with our forecast coming up in the newscast on Wavy News 10, Fox 43 at 10 o'clock, and then again on Wavy News 10 after the football game, Sunday Night Football on NBC. So we'll see you there. Cheers, folks, and stay safe.